Your daily Bible verse for July 11th, 2025 is 2 Corinthians 12:10. In the KJV, you have, therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. In the Niv, it's that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Take pleasure versus delight, quibbling. Infirmities versus weaknesses. Now, uh, infirmities and mostly makes us think of much more physical. And so weakness covers a wide variety of. There's a lot of ways to be weak, right? Our self-control can be weak, and we wouldn't necessarily refer to as that as an infirmity. Okay, so that's really what I'm talking about there. Reproaches versus insults, definitely not the same thing. Distresses versus hardships, those are, you know, those are about equivalent to each other. Um, Difficulties versus distresses, I would not necessarily. When they're saying necessities and then difficulties, that's more lining up there for me, because necessities, we think of those as like, what do you mean? Necessities are the things we need, like, clean air, clean water, freedom, things like food, like things like that. That's a necessity. What do you, yeah, I take pleasure in my necessities too. What are you talking, like? No, it's a different kind of thing. And the difficulties in getting the necessities is more what they're saying here. The idea being the more you suffer, the more you build some sort of strength, which is, sort of a trauma talk, really. Reproaching does not mean insulting someone intentionally. Okay, you're correcting them, but it's sort of like the difference between constructive criticism and having somebody who is, it's like you're working for Gordon Ramsay on an episode of Hell's Kitchen. Okay, those are two different things, but they're both a type of reproach. Okay, I mean, they're pretty extreme differences there. How Jesus would correct you versus, the way Gordon handles himself. Now, that's part of his shtick and it's part of his market. So I'm just like, I've watched it because clearly I know what he sounds like. So, yeah, no shade because I've seen it. Uh, when you are weak when you're relying on your own strength, you're trying to be strong, you're not actually as strong as you could be, because there is nothing stronger than, the on high. Jesus, the Trinity, I mean, it's the strongest armor that there is. Jesus is our sword and our shield. He is our armor. And whatever it is, whatever icky bump in the night thing that's coming for us, it's weaker than Jesus. So I'd rather rely on that than try to rely on myself to keep myself safe on that spiritual plane. I don't know how you guys want to roll, but you go ahead and handle you the way you want. I will. I'm going to keep choosing the positivity and keep, Jesus is my sword and shield, because, he don't lose.